A model railroad is never really truly done, and that's why I love showing progress shots of my viewers' model railroads. And that's what we're looking at today on another virtual model railroad show. Hey everybody, my name's Jimmy. Welcome to Coffee and Trains. Today I'm drinking some, what am I drinking? Just store brand coffee, whatever was in the pot this morning. If you want to tell me what kind of coffee you are drinking and have it featured just like these guys right here, you can leave that in the comments below. Also, this is a virtual model railroad show where I show off viewers' model railroads. If you want to be part of that, you can send that to the email in the description below. I only ask that one of your photos be a wide shot of your model railroad. Cheers, guys. Showing a lot of progress shots on model railroads of my viewers. It's not always just about the finished product that you see, those very nice magazine spreads and everything, which are great, but it's also nice to see people working on their layouts. And we'll start with Chris White and the progress of his HO scale layout. He's got some plaster down in it. You can see that it's wrapping around the room. It really looks like it's going to be something special, and it's super fun to work on and have fun. So I really love seeing this kind of stuff. Thank you, Chris White, for showing us that. Up next, I got Randy Dale. He sent some updates in the past of his layout, and I wanted to share another one. He's got quite a lot done on his. He's got some industries in, and he's got his area for a roundhouse. Now, a roundhouse typically has a turntable with it, and that is one of the most complex things you can put in on your model railroad. So more power to you, Randy, in putting that turntable in. Those are very complex to put in. Now, our next one comes from Jonathan Patton, and he has a couple pics of his 2-foot square in scale layout that is in progress. This looks really, really fun what he's building here, including this little trestle that he has right here as well. This is just proof to show you that you don't have to have a huge space to have a model railroad. I'm always saying that. And this little 2-foot square layout is just another example of that. So thank you, Jonathan, for sending that in. Michael Lane is up next, and he has a shot of his layout in progress. We kind of went from one spectrum to the other. This is a big layout. You can see all the track work that's going in. That's a lot of work, Michael, and I just want to say great job on that. It's looking really good. I love that you have it in the peaked roof section of your house. It's a classic attic layout. A lot of people either put layouts in their attics or in their basement, and I love seeing this kind of thing. I'm not sure if it's an attic, but it's typically where that would go. But this looks great, Michael. This is going to be a really fun layout to run, even probably now, but especially when it's functionally complete. Tim Davis is our next submission, and his is another work in progress, but the reason I wanted to show his specifically is because he has something that's really great to do if you're building your layout and you haven't gotten all the buildings you needed for your layout. He's using placeholders, and a lot of times you don't see examples of this. You can use anything from just spare boxes to coffee cans, something that's going to fill the rough shape of that building. It's going to let you figure out where tracks should go, clearances, all these kinds of things, and it'll let you get started with a little bit of operation there with something that represents a final building. Sometimes people will go as far as building these out of foam core or other things. So this is a really smart thing to do when you're building your layout. So thank you, Tim, for showing this work in progress and showing those placeholders. Ron Petrich is up next, and he's showing us his garage shelf layout, and you can see this nice little wraparound. One of the greatest innovations that's happened in model railroading is the shelf layout. It lets people get a lot more railroading in a lot less space. It really focuses on the area around the track rather than an entire town or an entire vista or something like that. It really gives you a lot of operating potential in not a lot of space. So this is a garage shelf layout under construction. It looks really, really good. I love the bench work on this. Keep it up, Ron. Send me some more pictures when you're further down. Jimmy C has an update on his layout, and he has a layout that I've shown before, and it actually rolls under his bed. And this is something you can do for if your kids want to get into model railroading and they don't have the space for a permanent layout. Just get you a board, put some casters on it, and have it to where it rolls in and out from under their bed. This is a great way to store a layout in a kid's room if they want to model railroad. It's always great to share this hobby with kids because it's such a fascinating hobby, and it's a gateway to a lot of STEM and, well, STEAM topics too, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So thank you, Jimmy C, for sharing that. Dats is showing me his shelf layout. Got to show something that's a little bit more complete on a virtual model railroad show. I love showing the progress shots, but I also love showing something like this. This is a little shelf layout like what I was just talking about with some desert scenery, and I really love it. I especially love this video of the locomotive going across the crossing. I love seeing the prototypical speed and really running it like that. This looks really, really great, Dats. Thank you so much for sharing this. Keep it up. Send me more when you've got more done. This looks awesome. Now, if you want to send me a virtual model railroad show submission, you can send that to the email in the description below. Again, just please include some sort of wide shot of your work that you have done, whether it's an entire railroad or a large section of it, depending on the size of your model railroad. I will tell you that I have the entirety of 2023 and some of 2024 already filled up with the slots. So if you send it in now, you're probably not going to be shown until 2024 and probably mid 2024, but I still love seeing them, and I typically don't reply to the emails, so when you send them in, don't worry if you didn't get a reply. I've got them. And also, I am continuing voting for the virtual model railroad of the year over on my Patreon. I'm going to have the second round of votes for nominations going up in the next week, so if you're a patron, be on the lookout for that so that you can vote for the nominees. And then once I have all the nominees, I'm going to open up the finalists to a general vote, and then sometime at the end of the year, I'm going to announce who the winner is for the virtual model railroad of the year. A lot of fun stuff with this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, and happy railroading.